The second installment of our corrective exercise case study week. In video 1, we talked about some assessments that you can use to kind of get the state of your lower body, your feet, as well as mobility work to help release stuff. Okay, the next step from there is we want to turn the right muscles back on to ensure they're doing their job. Okay, now so I'm just going to work right up the chain. I'm going to give you 3 key exercises that are going to be your prep work to reactivate your body. Okay, so after you do your soft tissue work, you roll your calves, your foot, and the front of your shin. Then we're going to turn the right muscles back on to really recognize the new motor control that we've gained. Okay, so our first exercise is what I call toe yoga. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press my foot into the ground, and what I want to think about doing is learning to use my big toe independent of my small toes and vice versa. Okay, so all I'm going to do in this position is just lift my big toe up. Very simple. Okay, all I'm trying to do is lift my big toe up while not curling my small toes. You can press them a little bit into the ground, but just move one independently from the other. Generally, I'm going to do about 10 reps here, and then I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to raise my small toes with my big toe staying down. Okay, and again, if you want to get really beast mode, you can work on individual small toes. But again, this is really all that's going to be required. This is something that you'll notice really quick changes if you do it, on a daily basis. I'd say maybe 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. You'll start to notice a lot more control over your foot generally. When we take each step, we want our foot to be able to grip the ground and be strong, so that's going to make a huge difference. Okay, and that also goes along with our next corrective, okay, which is called the short foot. Okay, the short foot is the idea of using my foot to grip the ground. Okay, this is specifically for those who have pronation. Okay, if you find that your foot collapses in like this, what that means is that your intrinsic muscles of your foot, sort of the muscles of the instep here, are not doing a good job of stabilizing and gripping the ground. Okay, so every time you take a step, I call it landing on bricks, because we're not doing a good job of stabilizing, and therefore that shock has to go to either our knees or low back. Okay, so what I want you to think about doing is I'm going to take my foot here. Okay, I'm going to take, we're pressing kind of down in this position. Okay, and I'll demonstrate it here. Okay, so we're pressing in this direction. I'm thinking about sort of inverting and just doing this. Okay, so this is sort of the motion that we're looking at. And when I'm doing this motion, okay, so inversion plantar flexion, I'm feeling my inner foot here. Okay, I'm feeling this thing contract. Okay, what I don't want you to do when you're doing this on the ground is grip the ground. Okay, don't think about curling your toes down. Just think about pressing the toes a little bit. And so to activate that, we can just come up and down a couple times. You can even put your hand on your foot, feel those muscles contract. Then we're going to do that in a standing position. Okay, so I'm going to come up standing. I'm going to think about pressing my foot into the ground. I'll do it with both feet. Kind of think about contract. I like to think about also rolling my feet out a little bit, so I kind of feel this arch working. Do it a couple times. Roll in, which is where we want to stay away from. Roll out, squeeze the ground, roll in, roll out. The cue I give is grip the ground, and then just come onto a single leg. Okay, all I'm thinking about doing in this position, gripping the ground with my foot, tightening my butt cheek. Okay, in the beginning, what you might do is hold on to something for balance, and just think about gripping the ground. Okay, hold for about 30 seconds, and that's strength training for your foot. To progress this, we can do things like reaches with our arms, reaches with our leg, just keeping contact with the ground to maintain foot stability. Really good thing to do before you go out and run. Our last drill is going to be glute activation. Okay, so further up the chain, so we kind of move from toe to foot to glute. Okay, so this is this whole line here we're trying to activate and get working. And so what I'm going to do in this position is a drill I call deer in the headlights. Okay, I'm going to put my hand on my butt cheeks. Now all I want to do is tighten my butt cheeks into my hands, where I'm alternating from side to side to make sure that I feel them working about 10 times. Okay, I just want to fire those up a little bit. From here, I'm just going to come up into a single leg glute bridge. Okay, so I have my hand on my butt. I want to make sure this still works. I'm tensing it. I'm just going to come up, squeeze, and come down several times. All right, generally with this, I'll do about 10 squeezes on each side, and then I'm going to do about 10 to 15 reps here as well. All right, so to review, all right, we have our toe yoga. We have our what we call our short foot. We're pressing in the ground. We have our single leg glute bridge. As corrective exercise, I would recommend 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps of each after we do our soft tissue work. As warm-up drills, just to turn on the right muscles, you want to do that for 1 set of 10. before as a warm-up, before your running or your activity.